and the rest of the world. Today is Friday, August 2024, and I'm Anthony Vowen anchoring. In our headlines tonight, President Joseph Boakai vows to remove decades of overwhelming barriers confronting the education sector.
We will fight corruption. We will fight anything that stands in the way of moving this country to be able to cope with the next generation of leadership.
Gender Ministry reports startling thousands of children languishing in the streets across the country.
The Street Children Project is not just a project. I think it's an assignment that we all have. And let's hold to this assignment, knowing that we come to the God who have made us steward to be a part of this thing.
Education Ministry launches Back to My Classroom initiative ahead of the reopening of the 2024-2025 school year.
To lead this important endeavor, we have appointed dedicated teams to each of the counties. These teams, in close collaboration with the county education officers and district education officers, will establish county-level committees.
In Nigeria, police investigate the death of a Nigerian transgender TikToker known as Abuja Area Mama. The details of these and other stories, sports, the news in French, and a lot more coming up after a bulletin of news read for us by Grace Dow.
President Joseph Boakai has vowed to remove barriers that tend to undermine the progress of the education system. He said corruption, selfishness, and greed have over the years impeded the smoothness of not only the educational sector but every fabric of society. The Liberian leader said the government will remain robust in creating a safer society where children's education is prioritized.
We will fight corruption. We will fight anything that stands in the way of moving this country to be able to cope with the next generation of leadership.
President Boakai mandated the Education Ministry to closely monitor the workings of DEOs and CEOs to ensure proper implementation of education programs. He said an educated society is poised for development and economic sustainability. The government says it will continue to exert efforts to strengthen access to quality education in the country. The government believes the provision of quality education for all, regardless of political social status, remains key to having a better society. President Joseph Boakai made the assertions on behalf of the government at the launch of the Back to the Classroom project by the Ministry of Education. The project is intended to encourage students to prioritize education as the government remains keen on creating an enabling environment for all pupils. The project also envisions the increment of enrollment at all schools across the country. A grim statistics from the Ministry of Gender have revealed that more than 365,000 children are languishing in the streets nationwide. Of that number, the ministry said Montserrat County alone accounts for 42%. Gender, Children and Social Protection Minister Gbemi Horace Colley made a disclosure on Thursday during a meeting that's media roundtable at the ministry in Congo Town.
We have 366,584 kids across the country. Montserrat representing 42% of that. That's overwhelming. And the numbers are adding.
Minister Colley has spoken of plans by the ministry to roll out a project titled Support a Child, Secure the Future to address the situation. Minister Gbemi Horace Colley stated that the project seeks to remove, place, and educate street peddlers, including children of persons living with disabilities, single mothers, vulnerable children, and victims of domestic trafficking. Education Minister Dr. Jaso Jala has called for collective efforts in increasing enrollment in Liberian schools. Dr. Jala said youth education is critical to the growth and development of the country in line with the Sustainable Development Goals and government's arrest agenda. The education minister spoke Friday during the official launch of the Back to My Classroom at the ministerial complex in Congo Town.
Education is the key to steering our children away from these dangers and towards a brighter future. As we advance this critical mission, let us be driven by our collective commitment to excellence and our unshakable belief in the power of education for changing lives. Together, we will ensure that every child has the opportunity to learn, every dream has a chance to flourish, and Liberia's future is secured through the education of its youth.
Minister Jala disclosed the Back to My Classroom project targets 7 counties, including Grand-Bassa, River-G, Sino, Bapalo, Bomi, and Grand-Jide. She said the ministry has appointed dedicated team to each county to ensure the success of the projects. Monrovia City Corporation has disclosed plans to begin the recycling of waste in Liberia. MCC Mayor John Siafa said the entity is working along with the European Union, UNDP, and World Bank to develop a master plan to jumpstart the initiative. Speaking in an ELBC interview Friday, the Monrovia City Mayor disclosed the initiative will be carried out at Wentown dump site in Painesville.
We're trying to sign the municipal collaboration agreements. I'm working with each municipality where in this time around, the people that clean the township will come from the township. All I'm going to do is to empower every commissioner, and we look at revenue sharing, and we got to do it in a way that we all, so Lukuta will be cleaned by people from Lukuta, New Jersey by New Jersey. It's just a process, it's going on. We have members of internal affairs in it. We're looking at how we can get this done.
Mayor Siafa believes recycling waste in Liberia will go a long way in generating more revenue for the growth and development of the country. He, however, thanked donor partners for their continued support to the government and people of Liberia in addressing waste management. Meanwhile, Mayor Siafa has charged Liberians to join government in keeping the country clean and green. The Monrovia City Mayor wants citizens to take ownership of the country to curb illegal disposal of waste. Speaking in an ELBC interview Friday in Monrovia, Mayor Siafa decried the role of citizens in waste management as crucial.
We're calling them, we're engaging them. They got to be a part of the waste management solution. The entire Douro won't clean it. They keep dumping the waste. They keep doing the things. We're working on strategies. We've developed a street vending policy with the street sellers. We clear Broad Street, we clear parts of Ashland Street, but we want to be clear. We want to do much more. While we're concerned about the livelihood, but if you notice, all of the places that don't have the streets vending, it remains clean. But wherever you got street vending, we sat down with those people when I became mayor 3 months. I clean, walk with them and say, look, you can exist here, but your part of the bargain is clean the environment, take responsibility.
He said, as a post-war country, Liberians must cultivate positive mindsets and embrace things that will improve their lives. Mayor Siafa, however, boasted of massive gains at the Monrovia City Corporation for the past 7 months, including stringent waste management strategy. The St. John Gospel Music Ministry International has donated several items to the Liberia Broadcasting System. The items include assorted stationery and highlighters, among others. The General Overseer of St. John Gospel Music Ministry International, Evangelist John Sharif, said the gesture is the organization's way of identifying with the system. Also speaking, the organization's International Ways and Means Coordinator, Bush Tati, praised LBS for its role in the rebuilding process of Liberia. Mr. Tati also hailed LBS for successfully executing its statutory mandate through professional programming over the years. Receiving the materials, LBS Director General Eugene Fagon thanked the St. John Gospel Music Ministry International for the gesture. Director Fagon described the donation as timely and welcoming. He noted LBS remains open for more collaboration with institutions and well-meaning Liberians and other partners. The ceremony concluded with a shared commitment to enhancing partnership between LBS and the St. John Gospel Music Ministry International. President Joseph Boakai has termed the construction of the proposed 17,000 cubic meters of the petroleum storage tank as an investment in the right direction. President Boakai said the storage construction, when completed, will open the corridor for development and create job opportunities for Liberians. The Liberian leader also noted the petroleum storage tank will make petroleum products more affordable and accessible on the Liberian market.
country a respectable country, not just in terms of our ideas, but to show that the challenges we have in this country, we can overcome them if we all see country first.
He assured citizens of the government's commitment to creating livelihood opportunities to foster growth and sustainable development. President Boakai made the remarks at the groundbreaking ceremony of the LPRC facility construction on Bushwood Island. He called for concerted efforts in the maintenance of the country's natural resources to effect change. Meanwhile, LPRC Managing Director Amos Twe says the project, when completed, will increase the company's overall product storage capacity from 1,000 to 64,000 metric tons. Mr. Twe disclosed the project is estimated at 9.4 million United States dollars. He noted the construction of the 17,000 cubic meter gasoline tank and the modern petroleum testing lab at the LPRC will help stabilize the country's petroleum industry.
Your Excellency, when this project is finalized, we are very optimistic it's going to increase our overall petroleum storage capacity from 51,000 plus to 64,000 metric tons.
The LPRC Managing Director added that the aim is to also expand the country's petroleum reserves and contribute to the overall development of Liberia. Mr. Twe assured that he and his team is working diligently to ensure Liberia becomes the hub of petroleum products in the sub-region. And Senate Pro Tem Yumli Kanga Lawrence is poised to launch a major scholarship drive for students in Grand Bassa County. The move is to support education and provide opportunity for students in different high schools and universities across the country. Our correspondent said more than 500 scholarships are being provided for students to study in Liberia and outside the country. Meanwhile, the student community in Bassa has hailed the Senate pro tempore for her quest to advance education in the country. She has since described the initiative as welcoming and called for more support to harness education in Liberia.
Grace Tower with their ELBC Newsline News Bulletin. President Joseph Boakai has officially broken grounds for the construction of 17,000 cubic meter gas